I found out the girl I'm seeing has a sex video with my friend. Should I dump her?
Yes.
Yeah. That's,
Sex video with the friend.
that's embarrassing.
It's up to you, man. Well, it depends on, is it something that's on the internet? Was it something that just the two of them had and then somebody did some revenge porn? It's like, what is the context of how it got out there? Is it one of many? Was she doing porn? Did she have an OnlyFans thing going on? Or was it just something that she and her boyfriend or a guy she was seeing filmed and somebody released it? Kind of like the Tommy Lee, Pamela Anderson video from the 90s that took off and went around the world, got millions and millions and millions of views. So it really depends on the context. But if you were just one of the dudes, hey, that's a sex playmate, fuck buddy, friends with benefits. Make sure you wear a raincoat, but don't try to wife up a hoe.
Like if she's dating the guy now, it's his girlfriend, and then let's say he wanted to look on something on her phone, like a video they had made going somewhere, whatever, and he just happens to fall upon it, and she hadn't told him that she had been with his friend prior to their relationship. Should he still be with her, even though, or no?
Well, I mean, quite frankly, it's most of the time guys aren't going to ask about those things. You don't really want to know about
Yeah.
it. It's like you start dating somebody, it's like, hey, can I see the sex videos between you and your previous boyfriends that you still got? I want to judge whether or not I want to date you based on your collection of porn from your previous boyfriends. It's like you're not going to have those kinds of conversations, but sometimes guys venture into their girlfriend's phone or somebody that they're dating and then they come across a whole stash of stuff and they're like, "Whoa." Sometimes it's just stuff from the past, and sometimes they come across a stash that was in a different browser or whatever and they go, "Oh, wow, this is current." They look at the dates and they realize he's not the only guy that's sleeping with her. And so those things happen as well. So in that context, you find out that your girlfriend or your wife is sleeping with some other dude and filming videos, and then you can match up the dates. And I mean, that's obviously somebody that's not going to be loyal to you. So depends on the context. If it was just one video and she used to date the guy, I mean, I would say that's probably to be expected. That something like that is probably in there. And there's probably nudes and stuff from other girls and things that girls have sent in the past, or vice versa. Or there might be a collection of dick pics from previous guys she dated that she may have in a little stash somewhere. I know we talked about this one like last year. And so it really depends on the context. Is it just something that was between people that were in a relationship, or is it you're just one of like 100 dudes as part of her OnlyFans account? I mean, you see some of those videos on the internet where women are like, "Oh, I'm gonna sleep with 100 dudes in one night," so the guys line up to all and have sex with this girl, 100 or whatever, and they're trying to set a record. It's like if it's one of those videos, it's like,
No.
yeah, you're not gonna wife that up.
Yeah, shouldn't date her. Should not date her. I was seeing a girl, this is almost 10 years ago, who she would keep all of her personal videos like that on like her Facebook account hidden from the world, like locked. You could hide stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she had all of her
She had it on
stuff.
Facebook.
She had it uploaded to Facebook, but hidden, private, locked.
Well,
to
it's
for
on
storage.
Facebook. Anybody can see your phone stuff if they hack into it, anyways. But
But she had like thousands of photos, basically just
Yeah, they should have a
secret
password
photos. Yeah.
on it. That shit should be locked. If you're a guy, you got to practice good operational security because it's, once your girlfriend or your future wife eventually going through your pics from 20 years ago or whatever with a different girlfriend or a different wife or several girlfriends that you may have had over the course of your life.
Well,
Because otherwise it's going to create problems. You're going to be having uncomfortable conversations that you don't really want to be having. So you don't want to be sloppy either.
yeah, it was the beginning of the end for it. She was just like showing me stuff on her Facebook, and she's like, "Oh, I have all these like locked photos, secret photos that no one can see." And she starts going through it. It's like her family, and then flicking through, and then it was like her and her ex. I'm just like, "What?" I couldn't unsee it. I was just like, "What are you showing me?" And sure enough, we broke up not long after. She was a Mexican immigrant, and it was right during when Trump got elected. So it was like she was like a communist too, straight up an actual communist. I don't know what I was doing at that time. Last I saw, she was like,
You were a leftist in college, weren't you?
I was like a liberal Democrat.
You
But
were,
and I was well out of college. I was 30 at this time, so
and you were
I was conservative. I was voting for Trump at this
Okay.
time. Oh yeah, and she knew that, and she thought it was cool or whatever. She was very toxic. And then last I heard, she's still living in Brooklyn. She's like teaching yoga, and she's got hairy armpits. So it's one of those.
Oof.
Yeah. So no thanks.